The lead singer of the group The Real Thing with his Top of the Pups.
And the main points of the news again. Britain's biggest defence order will bring shipyards in the northwest new jobs, but Scotland misses out.
President Reagan has refused to comment tonight on speculation that he may be planning a strike against Libya.
And Dustin G has died of a heart attack. Another victim, said Ernie Wise, of showbiz pressure. And that's the national and international news tonight. From John and me, good night.
Good evening to you. The weather's certainly chopping and changing. One day of rain, one day fine, and now tomorrow another day of rain as these fronts push in from the west. In fact, we can see the rain on the rainfall chart just coming into the west of Ireland. Have a closer look at that, almost coming up to the western coast of Ireland. And during the course of the night and into tomorrow, that rain works its way across just about all parts of the country. Now, I keep saying rain, but in actual fact, there may well be some sleet and snow mixed in with that as well. Clearer weather following along behind, but that doesn't last long because coming behind that, quite a packet of hefty showers. Anyhow, as far as this evening is concerned, one or two showers still left near to that eastern coast and in the north of Scotland, snow showers it is, but for most places a fine, dry, clear night, although later on in the night in western parts it will cloud over, and I think around daybreak you'll see the first of the rain and sleet showing up in Northern Ireland. A very cold night everywhere, a widespread sharp frost, although temperatures in Northern Ireland tending to rise later on in the night. Tomorrow many places actually starting off dry and bright with some sunshine. But we will have that rain and sleet in Northern Ireland to begin with, and during the course of the morning I think we're going to find that many western parts cloud over, and eventually in western Scotland, parts of Wales and western England you'll have some rain coming along, that rain preceded by a short period of sleet or snow, and then into the afternoon that working its way into a good part of Scotland, into most northern and western parts of England and Wales, and again that rain preceded by an hour or two, say, of snow, and then fairly readily turning to rain, I think, in most places. But there may be some areas where it doesn't turn to rain, and there could be some problems over the hilly parts, say the Yorkshire moors, up into southern Scotland, the mountains of Scotland especially, I think, some fairly heavy falls of snow there, and that snow drifting because the wind will be freshening up. And later on in the day I think you'll get a fair bit of snow in the northeastern corner of Scotland as well. The southeastern part of England actually staying dry until into the evening, and the far north of Scotland, that's the Northern Isles, reasonably bright throughout. Late on in the day too, some brighter weather coming into Northern Ireland, brighter that is, and drier with it. A cold day again, you're going to notice it in eastern parts of the country, especially as the wind freshens up, but eventually temperatures touching around the normal in the west, 7 Celsius being 45 Fahrenheit. Now, if you are going further afield this weekend, for instance, if you're going winter sports in the Alps, I think you're going to find quite a lot of snow. In fact, some wintry showers coming into the British Isles during the course of Sunday, and a rather wintry scene actually over many northern and eastern parts of Europe. Cold weather with a fair bit of snow around. The Mediterranean somewhat warmer, not necessarily particularly settled, that is, unless you're heading to the east towards Greece. Nice weather there.
Saturday night entertainment on BBC1. At 5:20, the Crankies electronic comic. Among the guests, the great Soprendo and Alvin Stardust. Noel Edmonds takes a late breakfast at 5 to 6, and at 6:45, in place of the laughter show, Michael Crawford stars in Some Mothers Do Have 'Em. At 7:20, a new drama serial, Strike It Rich.
Somewhere out there are at least a dozen people whose lives will never be the same again. Not one of them has the slightest idea it's going to happen.
And at 8:10, the two Ronnies.
I'm off down to Pig and Whistle tonight. Oh, I've never been down there. How far is that? Well, it's about 4 miles. But if you hurry, you can do it in 2.
At 9:15, Michael Caine stars in The Swarm.
Oh, my God, bees, millions of bees.
Bees?
The horror movie at 11:10 tells 4 tales of the macabre and the bizarre that witness madness. Saturday night entertainment on BBC1.
Those two soulmates, Starsky and Hutch, turn in their badges but don't throw down their guns at 11 here on BBC1 in the second part of a story in which they find there's no escape from the deadly web of corruption they've uncovered. And there's gun-toting now on BBC1 as the smoke of munitions mingles with that of cigars, sported by Clint Eastwood, the man with no name who sets his sights on a fistful of dollars.